Okay, YouTube, we're out here working on the old agco allis 5680. I think we've got a head gasket problem or some bad rings or something. Show you what we got going on. Be awful loud with the engine running here, but I'll show you real quick. Basically, I went through, I cracked the line on injector. We got good flow to the injector, but we're not burning the fuel correctly. We're still steaming out of this port here. So we're gonna take the intake off, or I got the exhaust off. Okay, now you can see you got the intake off here. Did have a pretty nasty valve cover gasket leak previously. You can see I put a new valve cover gasket on, then I found this problem with the cylinder 1 missing at idle. And we're going to take this valve cover off, pull the injector line, and see about pulling the head. Okay, we got the valve cover off. As you can see, one of the valves is down in the cylinder, and we're wanting to relieve that pressure before taking the valve or the head off. Thing you can do, stick your pry bar down on the crankshaft pulley, and we're going to rotate this dude and get it where the valves come up. As you see, came up a little bit there. I'm gonna finish doing this, pull the head off, got the injector line off over here, and we'll be into it here pretty soon. Okay, just started raining again. Got the 4 head bolts loose here. They go all the way down through into the block down here, past the jugs. This shroud is attached. Make sure your battery is disconnected. These alternator hot wires right back in here. We'll take this shroud off after the fact. See what we got in here. May have turned the camera off to get this out. Okay, here's the head gasket. Here's the head. Injector tip looks pretty fugly, so we're going to clean all that carbon up best we can. About $600 a piece for injectors, so I think we're going to pass on that. Cylinder's pretty glazed. Don't see any big scratches or anything, so I'm pretty sure we don't have a problem with rings. Piston's good and tight down on the bore. I'll move it up top dead center and come back to you guys. Up the top dead center. The weird thing is this side of the piston's just a touch proud, and this side's just a touch low below the jug here. Gonna get the new head gaskets and feeler gauges out, see how thick of a head gasket we need on here. That's not really the proper way to do it, but that's what we're going to try. Here's the head gasket that was in there. Looks like we had maybe a little blow by starting there, not for sure. Pretty galled on the bottom side. There is grooves cut here in the cylinder head where it grabs a hold of that head gasket. Like I said, we'll clean that all up good. Okay, we got the head gasket is back up inside there. This is the hardest part to this ordeal. I did one more back here before, but this one here, there's rubber grommets on the bottom of your push rod tubes. You got to get these all lined up. If you had the specific valve spring compressor tool, it would be no problem at all. But we are going to work through it and get it put back in there and get it tightened down, and I'll get back to you. Got it all back together here. We're going to see how it goes after it dries up and everything. Time will tell.